Hey everyone, this is Willow's Whimsy. Thanks for stopping by. This is my series, Neecie's Journey to Better Health. Health meaning everything spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional. I have a lot of different diagnoses. I have a lot of things I've struggled with in my life, and this series is about A, overcoming all of that, and B, becoming a healthier person now and setting goals around that. It all ties back to my vision list, and I'll link that below. I need to write it out on my blog so I can link it below. But thank you so much for stopping by, and with no further ado, here is today's video. Hey you guys. I'm going through it this week, aren't we all? We all have stuff. So when I say things like that, understand that it's not all about me, and I know that. It's been a hard week. There's so much I want to cover, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to do this series. Like, I don't want to be like, I lost this many pounds, I did this for exercise, I ate this, like, rote. Like, I want to talk about things, but it can be hard. And so I've decided for now to do Neecie's many musings in conjunction with this series, so I can go into more detail on each thing. So if you watch this update on a regular basis, I would ask that you also watch Neecie's Many Musings for now. I think it'll be weeks and weeks and weeks of Neecie's Many Musings talking about the different health stuff. But I just want people to kind of know, like, all my different isms that make me me, because I'm a unique person, but like, I'm not so unique that nobody else suffers like I do. And my whole thing about doing this is like, hey, maybe one of the things I struggle with, someone else does too. And so, yeah. And so I think let's just kind of jump in, and I'll do Neecie's Many Musings after this. So my job ends this coming Friday. I'm laid off for 3 months, and I'm trying to find another job. In that time frame, I'll get unemployment, but if I get a job, I'll take it. I don't want to go back there. It is not, how do I say this? So, excuse me, some of what I dealt with was high emotions. Some of what I dealt with was not truly like bad. It was only bad one time, but politically I'm different than the owners, and I'm not too far over to any side, if that makes sense. So I'm able to, the owner kind of had a meltdown one day and said some awful things, and I gotta keep my job, you guys. And people who heard about it were like, you could sue them. You guys, that's not me. I'm not looking for an easy out in life, and I'm not gonna do that to someone just because they have opinions that are different than mine, regardless of how they're expressed. But that was a little bit of the stress. And when I say, emotional stuff, so someone that I work very closely with there has had a pretty rough go of it, and I care about her. I do. My whole life, like, everything was all about me, and I'm working to become a person who is there for others, who's compassionate and empathetic and understanding, to listen as opposed to be the one always talking. What I am finding as I go through these very important, changes is that And I think shame drives this, is that we go from one end of the spectrum to the other. And you have to find that middle ground. And I don't know that there is there. And is work the place to be dealing with really highly emotional issues, you know? And it's not, it's a unique situation because it's a very small company. It's family owned, you know? So those lines of what is acceptable and not are very different. Very different. And it just did start to take a toll on me. Now, when I say what I'm about to say, this is not me being high and mighty or hoity-toity. I love all people. I love, like, I'm not, name brands and stuff like that don't matter to me. I'm not elitist like that. And so we work in a trailer. There's 2 trailers. And the one that I'm in with my immediate, like, office manager, boss, I don't think it's ever been deep cleaned, and it's gotta be at least 20 years old. And I started getting sick, like physically sick, especially once it warmed up, because I started in May, so it was already really warming up, but like by July, I started getting sick. I have a smoker's hack, but it got worse, like horrible. Headaches, sore throats, the whole gambit, you guys, and itchy skin, everything. My eyes got dry, like it just was awful. And I didn't know what was wrong with me. And when it started cooling down in Minnesota, all of a sudden, all of that kind of, not the smoker's hack, but everything else just chilled out. And all of a sudden I had energy again. I wasn't exhausted all the time. And I was exhausted prior to the cool down seasonally. I would come home, and it is normal. So I want to say that one of my things that I'm trying to put behind me is just sitting down on the couch and like checking out for the rest of the night until it's bedtime. Laziness is a lifelong love affair with me. But this was beyond that. This was to the point where, like, if I even had to get up to go to the bathroom, I would literally put it off as long as I could. And then this, I'm trying to change my life and make all these changes for my health, you know, for my financial health, for my just life in general. And I'm coming into this place and I'm getting sicker and sicker. And then I get better when the cool air hits. And then we had, it warmed up in Minnesota, which is very not normal, but that's a rant for another time. It has been, for the last 5 years, staying warmer longer. And it got warm again, and I started getting sick immediately. And last Friday, it's too long for me to totally go into because it's one of the things I'll do in my Niecy's mini musings to get you guys kind of up to speed on Denise. I have this upper back pain. It's like right alongside of the spine, just to the right of it. It's mid-back, but well above my waistline, and it's below where the shoulder blades would be. It's to the, yeah. Anyway, it is, I'm feeling it now because I'm talking about it, but it's usually something that I know how it started and when it started, but it's usually something that goes away after a day or so. And it kind of pulsates, but it's not a pulsate like this. It's more like, and then it'll take a while, and then, and it's a burning pain. My sister said she thought it was my facet joints, so I looked into that. Almost inevitably, that involves your lower back, not your upper back, so this is not that. At any rate, I can't sit still, so even sitting here doing this video, I'm hurting a lot. But if I got up and went for a walk, I'd be fine, which is weird, right? Because you think about like when your back gives out, especially your lower back, you can't move. This I have to move or the pain is just, I just did another one of its pulsates. And so Friday is when this happened, and I'm trying to work every minute I can because I'm going to be without money, and that's a whole thing. But you guys, I had to go home because you try to get away from the pain, so you try to stretch, you try to get like shift out of it, but that's counterintuitive. It's not what your back needs. And so I've been working on trying to relax into it. At any rate, on Friday, before I decided I can't do this, I got down on the floor to do some stretches. You guys, I got up and I could smell myself. I reeked. It was disgusting. When I went home, I got in my car. I get home, I strip everything, just took it off, threw it in the wash with extra detergent, got in the shower because I was nasty. And so that carpeting, I don't think it's ever been washed. I think it's been vacuumed, but it's never been washed. And there is a film of scum. It's affecting my health. Not my back. My back is a whole different issue. I fully came to terms with the other stuff that the trailer being the way it is was causing a lot of my health problems when I literally got up off the floor after trying to do some stretches so I could finish out the day. That smell, and you guys, after showering and putting on clean clothes, I had to run some errands and my car reeked. So I did get an air freshener in there, and I've been burning Palo Santo every time I get in the car, you know, just to anything to get that smell out. So that's what I've been working in. That's all over this coming Friday, and I'm really proud of myself. I walked through things I've never walked through in a job. I have been a spoiled, selfish, pampered little person for most of my life, you know, up until I'd say the really big changes, they started a while ago, years even, but like the big stuff has been the last 2 years, 2.5. So, okay, that's great. And I stuck this out. I've never stuck out a job I didn't like. I've never stuck out a job that was too much in some way. I learned a lot about myself. I can do it. I can do it. I also learned that it's okay to say, it's not an ungrateful thing to say, this isn't for me. Like, this has affected me. I am grateful for the experience. My coworker, like my immediate boss, I really care about her. She's on a journey. We've had some amazing conversations. It's just been difficult hearing day in and day out about the struggle and what she's going through, which I won't share here. And it's just all day, every day, you know. And I'm trying to be supportive, but I didn't learn how to set boundaries with that. And I think that's what Neecie's many musings. How about if we do it about boundaries, just to complement this this video. So, just very quickly, I've been doing this thing called The Purge on my shorts on YouTube. And I put that aside to do gratitude for the month of November up until Thanksgiving. But one of the things I was trying to purge was laziness and procrastination. And I had a list, it got bigger, about 20 projects that I've just put off. And I am getting through them. And I am so proud of myself, so proud of myself. And also part of this has been, you know, purging bad health, quitting smoking, exercising now, trying to eat right, sticking to a meal plan. And that's for my budget too. And I kind of did that last week, but I told you guys last week that I had gotten on the scale and I was 175 something. Well, today I got on the scale and 174.1. So I lost at least 1 pound. It's a start. All of these projects I'm working on, once they're done, it's going to open up so much. And I'll talk about boundaries, and I'll talk about this whole purge thing in Neecie's Many Musings. So you guys, thanks so much for stopping by. If you watched this whole thing, thank you. I so appreciate that. If you could give this video a thumbs up, if you could hit the subscribe button, the notification bell so that you'll always know when I upload a new video, and also feel free to comment. Like, I welcome that so much. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Bye, you guys.